So we're going to start with a quick body scan from our head down to our feet. This is designed for any student at EBS, K through 5. We're going to be sitting down for an hour or two a day and maybe in some group sessions on Zoom. And so at any time you're feeling a little tight or your focus is shifting to something else, do a quick body scan from your head down to your feet to really check in with yourself and how you're feeling. And this way we can check in with our breath, comfortable, our sitting position. So I like to start at the top, and we're just going to start by moving our head up and down, thinking and being conscious of where we're looking up to the sky or the ceiling and down to the ground, and start to become aware of if we feel any tightness or if we feel nice and loose in our neck and our shoulders as we look down and as we look up. And we're also going to look from side to side, over one shoulder and then the other shoulder. Again, bringing awareness to if we're feeling a little tighter on one side or the other at the lower part of our neck. And from here, if we feel loose, that feels good to go, and we can start with the shoulder exercise. But if we're feeling a little tight, we can look off to one side and start to draw some circles with our nose in a clockwise direction and a counterclockwise direction, starting with small circles, and they get larger and larger. Start to draw bigger circles with your nose. And then we'll come across to the other side. Again, small circles to start with, clockwise, counterclockwise. And those circles can get a little bigger, staying nice and slow in our motion, nice and consistent in our speed. And we'll come back to center, and then we're going to imagine there's a number 8, the figure 8, and we're going to take that 8 and put it on its side. So now with our nose, we're going to draw a figure 8 with our nose from one side to the other. So a circle over to the right, over to the left. So we're looking up and right and down and up and over to the left. Then we can change the direction of that figure 8. And now we should start to feel a little looser in our neck in a safe way of warming it up. So now when we look up and we look down, hopefully you've released a little tension and your neck feels a little looser. Or we look over to the side one way or the other, and you have a slight larger range of motion from one side to the other. All right, we're working our way into our shoulders. We start to do some small circles, forwards and backwards. So from the side, I'm drawing circles with my fingertips, forwards and backwards, and we can start to make those circles bigger until we're in full range of motion in our shoulders. And again, we can do that in a backwards direction. If you're a swimmer, you might be used to going one arm at a time. This is backwards. In swimming, our pinky finger always enters the water first. If we're doing backstroke, we rotate our shoulders. We're starting to rotate our core a little bit as we're working our way down from our head and our shoulders. We can go forwards. All right, now we're going to pretend that our hands are big paint brushes, and we're going to paint the ceiling or the sky and come down and paint the floor, and come up and paint the ceiling and paint the floor. It's okay if your knees are slightly bent for this one. Ceiling, floor, ceiling, and floor. And then we're going to come into a few lunges. So we're going to bring our back knee down and feel that stretch in the quadricep muscle. And we can slowly come up and down. up and down. And then switch legs. You can do this for a little longer if this one feels good. I love this exercise. Stretching my quadricep, it feels like I know the muscle is lengthening, but it's also relieving some pressure in my lower back from when I'm sitting down for too long. And last one, we work into our feet. So we're coming up onto our tippy toes, and then we're coming back onto the balls of our feet, and then our heels. So from the side, tippy toes, and then up to the heels. If you're falling backwards, take a step. All right, that's a head to toe body scan. Using your breath, taking big breaths through your nose, and exhale through your nose. And maybe that was the longest breath and biggest breath that you've taken today. And try and incorporate those breaths with our head to toe body scan as you're moving through those exercises. So start it over again and try it one more time through, and we'll see you later.